Hello and welcome to Galaxy TV's Prime Time News. My name is Iribami Salako. We begin with headlines. Vice President Kashim Shettima inaugurates National Road Safety Advisory Council, NARSAC. Plus on the news, President of the Senate Godswill Akpabio declares market forces would stabilize the price of fuel soon. From the international scene, Lebanon Health Ministry says 22 people have been killed and 117 injured in Israeli strikes in central Beirut. Details of these and more coming your way soon. To stay with us. Many thanks for joining us at this time. Now, details of the news. Vice President Kashim Shettima has inaugurated the National Road Safety Advisory Council, NARSAC, with the charging members to align with global best practices in reducing traffic crashes. It therefore tasked the Council to set national road safety strategy target and ensure effective coordination between federal, state and local government to achieve shared road safety objectives. The establishment of NARSAC aligns with recommendation from the World Bank Country Capacity Review, which identifies areas for improvement in Nigeria's road traffic administration and safety management. Earlier in his remarks, the Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, who is also Secretary of the Advisory Council, said the inauguration of the body opens a new vista in road safety management in Nigeria, including fast-tracking the implementation of the Nigeria Road Safety Strategy (NRSS), which is the country's response to the call for safe use of the road. He said the inauguration of the council underscores the commitment of the administration of President Bola Tinubu in safeguarding the lives and properties of citizens on the road, noting that the implementation of the NRSS provides a clear direction towards achieving the vision for road safety using the globally accepted safe system approach for managing road safety.
We are here because we recognize that road safety is not merely a matter of policy, but a critical part of the lifeline that connects the people of this nation. If we are to surpass the expectations of this vital organization, we must reflect deeply, adopt informed recommendations, and learn from feedback and best practices from around the world. This gathering is a testament to our resolve to improve, and I am delighted to share in the aspirations of the Federal Road Safety Corps to stay current and revitalize the activities of this critical part of the organization.
The futuristic projects that this government has towards having smoother roads, easier way of transportation. I'm a member of the Senate Committee on Transport, and luckily last week I had an opportunity of an oversight function to the Minister of Transport. And what we saw at site, particularly the rail, the skirting across this country, is overwhelming. I must commend the desire of this government to reduce traffic, make traffic transportation easier.
Yeah, sure, the sector has achieved a lot, especially under the railway modernization. We are able to put Port Harcourt to Aba into use. We have started freight from APMT terminal to Ibadan. We have reconstructed the all narrow gauge. We have started freight from APMT terminal to Kano to put Kano Dala Inland Dry Port into use, so that we have a reduction in the cost of freight.
This is an epoch-making event for the second time in the history of road safety in Nigeria. The inauguration of the Nigeria Road Safety Advisory Council. With this inauguration, we will see more of collaboration, more of partnership, more of a building relationship, where funding, care and attention will be given to road safety as an agenda.
The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has declared that market forces would stabilize the price of fuel soon. Akpabio, who made the declaration while speaking with Senate correspondents, unhinged the market forces and the regulation of which, according to him, would not lead to significant increase in fuel price. Correspondent Kolojo reports that Akpabio explained that the removal of the petroleum subsidy is a necessary step to redirect funds to more critical areas. He spoke in response to a question on the recent fuel prices by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Akpabio stated that the removal of subsidy would mean that Nigerians would need to tighten their belts. He added that an increase in product availability would eventually lead to lower prices.
I don't think it's, I would say that when I say that brighter days are ahead, it simply means that all the wrongs that kept the country where it is will be corrected. If you look at, I haven't actually assessed what is happening in terms of pump price increase, but it's not pump price increase, it's deregulation. If you are taking away the continuous subsidy and then you want people to pay for the actual price of what we consume.
The Special Advisor to the President on Senate Matters, Senator Bashir Lado Mohammed, commends President Bola Tinubu for his ongoing financial reforms and emphasis on fiscal discipline. He gave the commendation during the screening of Ms. Omolola Bridget, the newly appointed Director General of the National Pension Commission, PENCAM, by the Senate. The screening by the Senate Committee on Establishment and Public Service highlights President Tinubu's unalloyed commitment to strengthening Nigeria's financial institution, curbing leakages, and boosting revenue flows to accelerate national development. According to him, President Tinubu's vision of appointing capable and highly qualified individuals to key positions in critical financial institutions remains central to his administration's broader agenda of enhancing fiscal discipline. He expressed optimism that under a leadership, PENCAM is expected to further the administration's objective of ensuring financial transparency and accountability, while safeguarding pension funds and advancing sustainable pension reform for the benefit of all Nigerians. The Special Advisor also commended President Tinubu for the appointment of 21 nominees as commissioners of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RAMFAC. The chairman of House Committee on Sport, Honorable Kabiru Amadou, has emphasized the need for increased funding to boost sports development in Nigeria. Speaking during the Commission's inauguration in Abuja, Amadou described sports as a key tool for reducing crime, unemployment and generating foreign exchange. He noted that out of over 40 sports federations in the country, fewer than 20 are active and only 5 receive government funding. Amadou pledged to reposition the committee for better performance and called on stakeholders to collaborate in advancing Nigerian sports. He also highlighted the urgent need for budgetary allocations to address decaying sport infrastructure, particularly national stadiums. In addition, the chairman stressed the importance of early preparation for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics to avoid repeating the disappointing performance of the Paris 2024 Olympics. Amadou urged the Nigerian Football Federation to tackle issues in federal football administration and called on International Institute of Sport to provide adequate training and manpower to enhance the country's sport success.
There is need for timely and adequate preparation for the forthcoming Olympics, schedules that will take place in Los Angeles in 2028 in order to avoid the dismal performance of the Paris Olympic. The committee envisages sustainable development plan detailing grassroots programs, training facilities, comprehensive medical report system, strategic players rotation designed to promote football development and other sporting activities across the nation.
The Nigerian Customs Service Controller Hamadu Bello Shuaibu of the Federal Operations Unit Zone B, Kaduna, has presented a pivotal paper on the role of the Nigerian Customs Service in mitigating the pressing issues of climate change in Nigeria at National Teachers Institute, Kaduna. The retreat, with the theme Youth Involvement in Tackling Climate Change in Our Community, was jointly organized by the Red Cross Kaduna in collaboration with the Nigerian Customs Service NCS Federal Operations Unit Zone B Kaduna. Controller Shoaibu's presentation highlighted the critical role of the NCS, being with signatory to several multilateral environmental agreements. He said this can play in addressing climate change, emphasizing the importance of collaborative effort among stakeholders, support of renewable energy initiatives, promotion of sustainable trade practices, and combating wildlife trafficking as a means of combating the prevalent global climate challenge. The event drew attention to the devastating impact of climate change on Nigeria's ecosystem, economy, and society, as evidenced by rising temperatures, erratic rainfall patterns, and increased frequency in extreme weather events. It also provided a platform for discussing innovative approaches to climate change adaptation and mitigation, including sustainable agricultural practices, renewable energy solutions, and eco-friendly policies. The federal government is set to start picking out of school children from the street starting from 15th of October 2024. Minister of Women Affairs Uju Kennedy disclosed this at the unveiling of Girl Child Education Ambassador organized by the Nigerian Governors Forum, which held at the banquet hall of Faisal Villa in Abuja on Friday. She stated that picking those children from the street will enable government to have access to their parents, especially their mothers. Kennedy revealed that Nigeria has plans to empower out-of-school children's mothers so as to make them responsible and able to cater for their children. She enjoined relevant stakeholders and well-meaning Nigerians to come together to empower less privileged women across the country.
But when I start picking the children that are hawking on the street, don't call me bad name. No, though I won't care much, don't call me bad name. I want to use picking those children to be able to assess their parents, their mothers, so that I can help them. If I don't do that, the monies for helping the poor will continue going to the rich, which has been the problem we have here. I will pick them. After 15th, I'll start picking children on the street, beggars, I will pick all of them. I know where to calm them, feed them on their mother's come.
Together, let's continue to work to empower communities and raise awareness to protect the rights of girls by supporting initiatives such as this and engaging in dialogue to create a future where every girl can be safe, can learn, can thrive, and determine their own future. Let's stand united, championing equality, safeguarding childhoods, and ensuring that every girl potential is nurtured.
You're still on to the news on Galaxy TV. Coming up next. Rivers State government insists the appeal court judgment did not reinstate Martin Zameroli-led faction of the State House of Assembly. Details of that and more coming after the break. Do stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. Now for more update and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with us on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GalaxyTV News. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GalaxyTV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. The federal government said with the new curriculum set to roll out for basic and senior secondary education in Nigeria, every student must graduate with at least 2 skills. The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Rahman, who stated this, said the new curriculum is designed to incorporate knowledge, skills and values at basic and senior secondary education levels. Correspondent Kuleojo reports that the minister disclosed this at the 68th National Council on Education meeting in Abuja with the theme Innovation, Digital Technology, Entrepreneurship, Tools for Educational and National Development in the 21st Century. He said the new curriculum is designed to incorporate knowledge, skills and values, especially with a special focus on skills, so the students, when they graduate, will have skills that they can connect with the economy and have a productive life.
We thought in the ministry, they said, look, there's no way our education system can continue on that trajectory. We have to change it such that by the time our children finish primary school, basic education, and secondary school, they would have acquired some trades, some occupations. And if I may say so, it is our plan that in the course of time, or so that we are going to insist that all children who pass through schools in Nigeria must finish with at least 2 skills that they can connect.
The ministry, according to him, is implementing the education transformation agenda of the president, designed to comprehensively overhaul the education sector to ensure quality learning, skills development, access and equity. On the out-of-school children, Professor Maman reaffirmed the government has a primary responsibility of protecting and ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education at all levels for all learners.
And who have either never been to school or went there and then left, So we need to, we have to provide for them. That's just the truth. There's a lot of figures out there. World Bank or UNICEF now giving 18, ministry working with 10.2, but whatever the number, whether it's 1 million or 50 million, it's an issue we have to deal with. Our constitution prescribes that every child in Nigeria is entitled to free education.
Ongoing computer-based test for selecting prospective primary school teachers in Benue State is almost at its peak, as the state government is planned to recruit about 10,000 teachers for the public primary schools in the state. The State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, saddled with the responsibilities, is currently conducting the exercise with thousands of prospective teachers from the 23 local government areas being screened in batches. The Executive Secretary of Benue State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Dr. Grace Adagba, says the exercise is computer-based test for all applicants to test their proficiency and capacity towards gaining employment, stating that their employment would be based on their performance without any influential treatment.
74,000 plus applicants, and we're looking for just 9,700. That is why it's important for us to have this kind of test in the recruitment process for a selection procedure. If we don't do this, it means that whatever selection you are going to do, you're going to be biased. But in the CBT system, it's going to be non-biased. It's going to select the best of hands, and whatever we're doing is transparent.
Introduce our learners to be computer compliant and computer literate. So it is not out of place if the teachers also are computer literate. So now for you to be able to not only control, but it makes it easier for you, one, to mark, and at the same time it is straightforward. It is better we introduce the CBT.
As Nigeria joins a counterpart from across the world, the chief of UNICEF Field Office for Southwest Nigeria, Celine Lafoucaire, has said girls worldwide have limitless potentials if given the right support, resources and opportunities. She made this known while delivering her remarks to mark International Day of the Girl Child on October 11, a significant global movement to celebrate girls and amplify their voices and leadership. She said this year's theme, Girls' Vision for the Future, resonates with findings from UNICEF analysis, which highlights girls' courage in open facing challenges. The UNICEF chief said the day is not only for girls, but also for everyone who cares about girls and take action for the full spectrum of girls' rights.
But right now, this is the reality for millions of girls across the globe. Too many are being left behind, confronted to extreme challenges that deny them of their rights, restrict their choices, and limit their futures. Remember that today, 1 in 5 young women aged between 20 and 24 were married as children. Still, nearly 1 in 4 adolescent girls have experienced either sexual or physical abuse.
The federal and state government have been called upon to intervene on the deplorable condition of Abuja-Oweto-Tupo Road, which has become death trap for motorists and commuters plying the road. In the last 4 days, the road has become impossible as commuters are stranded on the Abuja-Oweto-Tupo Road as vehicles, trailers carrying food items break down on the narrow road. Some vehicles stuck on the part portion of the road were supported by residents in the area, while business owners are counting their losses. Some of the motorists called on government to immediately swing into action, fixing not just this road but others across the country, which may pose similar threat to ensure safety and facilitate economic growth. And other stories, the federal government has reiterated its commitment to prioritizing mental health in the education system towards ensuring Nigerian youth enjoys sound mental health and contributes their quota to the overall development of the country. The Minister of State for Education, Dr. Tanko Sinono, stated this in Abuja during a symposium organized by Africa Union Agenda 2063 at the Sedoria Assembly with the theme Understanding Mental Health, Managing Stress and Mental Health in the Workplace. The minister, who was represented by the Director of Special Duties, Zubair Abdullahi, identified anxiety, depression, substance abuse and suicidal thought as the mental health challenges facing the young Nigerians, stating that in addressing this, the government is focused on creating more awareness, expanding access to mental health services and reducing stigma associated with people living with mental health challenges.
I want to remind every young person here today that your mental health matters. You are not alone in whatever you are facing, and there is no shame in asking for help. As a government, we will continue, especially from the part of Federal Ministry of Education, we will continue to use the resources that we have to ensure that mental health issues matter a lot in our institutions.
The Senior Special Advisor to President on Special Needs and Equal Opportunity, Abba Mohammed, assured that President Bola Tinubu will continue to advocate for a workplace environment that are inclusive, supportive and conducive to mental well-being of all employees, particularly those living with disabilities.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration recognized this, and we are committed to prioritize the mental health of Nigeria, including persons with disability. Our own government National Mental Health Act serves as a framework to ensure that every Nigerian, regardless of their ability or circumstance, has access to mental health service they need.
Other stakeholders stressed the need for effective implementation of the National Mental Health Act to promote and protect the rights of persons with mental health conditions, while calling for collaborative effort from all stakeholders to achieving it.
We have to put our hand on that so that our youth that are more vibrant, that will come together to see that they enlighten Nigerians on the danger of the mental health. As I told you, you see so many people that are dying, younger age, senior age, are dying now with what is called heart attack.
We really want to see that, we take this seriously. By the way, we have to be an example to other African countries. So what we want to do is also see how other states, can implement the already existing Mental Health Act, because if we have it at the national level and then the states are not, implementing it, then it's as good as, not doing anything. So we want to see that we take it to the 36 states, FCT inclusive.
Now to the story teased earlier. The Rivers State government has insisted that the appeal court judgment on Thursday in Abuja did not reinstate the Martins Emewule-led faction of the State House of Assembly. This was made known in a statement by the Rivers State Attorney General, Justice Israel Dagogo, in Port Harcourt, the state capital. According to the statement, the Rivers State government classified that Emewule and 26 others as affected on December 11, 2023, adding that their seat automatically became vacant the day they announced their defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress to the old world. The Attorney General insisted that the issue of the defection of Emewule and 26 others was never before the Federal High Court and the Court of Appeal Abuja. Hence, the court has legitimized their membership of the House of Assembly on the basis of the defection. He added that the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, has directed his lawyers to file an appeal against the judgment of the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court and also file an application for stay of execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal that maintains the status quo. You're still on to the news on Galaxy TV. Let's go on a break. When we come back, the news continues. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now with the rest of the story. The Federal High Court in Abuja restrained the National Executive Committee, NEC, and Board of Trustees, BOT, of the People's Democratic Party from removing Ambassador Omar Iliya Damagum as the acting national chairman of the party. The court ordered that no other persons must be recognized as PDP national chairman other than Damagum until the national convention of the party scheduled for December next year. Correspondent Kunle Ojo reports that Justice Peter Lifu issued a restraining order against PDP NEC, Botch and others while delivering judgment in a suit instituted against them by Senator Umar Eligashimina. The plaintiff, who claimed to be chairman of PDP in Yobe State, had instituted a suit against PDP and 8 others, alleging that some stakeholders of the party have been holding clandestine meetings to forcefully remove Damagum from office in gross violation of the party's constitution. The judge held that in line with Articles 42, 47 and 67 of PDP, it is only at the national convention of the party that national officers can be elected. In its judgment after perusing the PDP's constitution and exhibits, Justice Lifu agreed with the plaintiff that Damagum can only be replaced at the national convention of PDP or through an order of a court. Justice Lifu also held that any attempt to truncate unexhausted 4 years tenure of the Northern region without the national convention of the party will amount to an affront to the constitution of the PDP. Meanwhile, Honorable Alexander Dodoguwa, representing Tudunwada Doguwa Federal Constituency of Kano State, has expressed confidence in the judiciary, calling it the last hope of the common man. A statement followed the Courts of Appeal dismissal of a culpable homicide case against them brought by the Kano State government. The court ruled that the appeal lacked merit, affirming the previous judgment by the Federal High Court, which had acquitted Doguwa and ordered the Kano government to pay in 25 million naira for defamation. In his reaction, Doguwa praised the judiciary, saying the victory against the desperate state government shows the reliability of the judicial system. He urged his constituents to celebrate the ruling peacefully and thanked Allah for his vindication. Doguwa also said he views the legal battle as an act of God, preparing him for future leadership challenges. And out of the stories, it has been observed that Nigeria has not nasty opportunities embedded in arts, culture and tourism, as many countries of the world are making millions of dollars every year. One of the major art collectors in Nigeria, Yemisi Shailen, made this known while speaking on the role of public relations in the promotion of art, culture and tourism in Nigeria. He said PR professionals need to promote the beauty of the culture and the positive side of it to attract tourists across the world to Nigeria. He identified many countries, including America and China, as part of the countries generating a lot of revenue from tourism.
If Nigeria were to, in this same way, strategically develop and institutionalize the use of public relations to promote and incorporate its indigenous art and culture for the growth of tourism in its national planning and development, then Nigeria will be attracting and generating an average of 32 million tourists. This would in itself lead to generating about $305 million per annum.
Other speakers, including Diolowo Owuabeokuta, want the country to look inwards and explore the hidden treasures embedded in tourism.
Public image that we have, it's about security or insecurity, it's about the economic situation and all of that. If only we're able to clean it up a bit, improve our public relations, and then, it can help our economy a lot.
We need private sectors to come into our aid. We need public-private partnership.
The organizers say they used the program to open the eyes and minds of the people to the hidden treasure in art, culture and tourism, and want PR experts and government at all levels to take it up from there.
They're not allowing our culture to die. So they have a responsibility. They need to partner, they need to collaborate with us so that we can change the psyche, we can change the landscape to be a land of success and surplus.
Now to the stories, the Medical Women Association of Nigeria, Rivers State branch is urging women in medical practice to become change makers in their communities. President of the Medical Women Association, Rivers State branch, Dr. Cecilia Onwibubasa, gave the charge at the 39th anniversary of M1 Rivers State chapter. She advised medical women on the need to take new approach to the economic challenges in Nigeria and creating values within their communities.
We want to take a holistic approach, the way we do things. What we do is mainly for women and children. So now, how do we transform our communities? Well, what every one of us is looking at now is how we can japa, how we can travel out. Why there are so many opportunities in Nigeria? Why can't we start small, build up, and become greater?
The Medical Women's Association of Nigeria Week 2024 is a celebration of our collective journey as women in medicine, and a moment to also reflect on our responsibilities as leaders and change makers, even as our theme said. This year we gather in the face of financial challenges, as I'm sure every one of us will attest to, that have tested the resilience of our nation really. But as women and as professionals and as community leaders, we have always found strength in adversity.
In a keynote address, the medical director said rather than waiting for the government to bring change and transformation, women can create their own opportunities and become change makers. On their part, the Rivers Commissioner for Health, who was represented by the Director Planning and Research, commended medical women in Rivers State for their impact in the health sector.
How do we lead change? How do we transform our communities? Change does not come from our leaders. Change comes from us. Change comes when we say to ourselves, I want to make a better community. I want to take the decisions that will transform my community. When we run away and we go, who takes care of those people in the villages that have no access to healthcare?
Young women that they are the change makers. We are the ones to make the change here. We see a lot of people leaving the state, leaving the nation because of what is happening around. But we should know that we should stay and make the change here. And it's very important for us to practice in Nigeria, especially in the communities, which is part of the team for this year. In the communities, the woman is a change maker.
Still on medical matters, the authorities of Barao Diko Teaching Hospital, Kaduna State, have denied the allegation of organ harvesting in its healthcare facilities. In a statement issued by the Chief Medical Director of the teaching hospital, Professor Abdulkadir Musa Tabari, says the hospital doesn't indulge in such an unholy act, but remain professional in discharging all its duties and obligation to the general public. It would be recalled that a patient in a viral video had accused the hospital of tampering with the vital organs during a surgery she conducted in the facility recently. The statement further explained that the management, after carefully examining the video, found that the facts and circumstances were distorted to portray the hospital in a bad light. The former governor of Rivers State and the chairman of Rivers State Elders and Leadership Forum, Rufus Ada George, has called on the people of the state to remain peaceful despite the political provocation emanating from the just concluded local government council elections in the state. He made the disclosure at a press briefing in Port Harcourt after an emergency meeting of the forum. He called on the Nigerian Police Rivers State Command to implement the directive of the president, calling for a proper investigation over the crisis that led to the burning of some council secretariat in the state.
Thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, in suing for peace and asking aggrieved parties and individuals who feel dissatisfied with the outcome of the election to use the cause for amicably resolutions of their grievances.
The chairman of the forum thanked President Bola Tinubu in suing for peace and asking group parties and individuals who feel dissatisfied with the outcome of the election to use the court for amicable resolution of their grievances. He also commended Governor Siminalayi Fubara for remaining resolute in the face of the political crisis in the state. The former Deputy Governor, Gabriel Tobe, however, appealed to the security operatives to remain professional in the investigation over the crisis in Rivers State.
The people have spoken. Therefore, all claimants and owners of political structures should remain silent and listen attentively to the voices and yearnings of the true structure owners, the Rivers people.
Play a very vital role, and they remain Nigerian police, and they are institutional, they are constitutionally put there, and they have a role. If you have some 1 or 2 misgivings or some wrong steps, 1 or 2, that cannot condemn the whole thing. Nigerian police remain Nigerian police, and I will support them. And they are friends, they say, and they must practicalize it.
Now, we move to the international desk for more news. This is news from the international scene. 22 people have been killed and 117 injured in Israeli airstrikes in central Beirut, Lebanon's health ministry said. Ambulances rushed many injured to the American University Hospital. Media outlets are quoting security sources as saying that Wafik Safa, a close ally to assassinated Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah and the apparent intended target of the latest strikes, survived. Neither Israel's ministry or Hezbollah have commented. The Israeli strikes hit residential buildings in Bachara's two densely packed neighborhoods, Newiri and Basta. There was no warning beforehand, and the Israel Defense Forces has not commented. The Beirut attack comes hours after 2 Indonesian peacekeepers were injured in southern Lebanon when an Israeli tank fired at a watchtower, according to the UN. 4 people have been killed in a Russian strike close to Ukraine's port city of Odessa in the 4th such attack on the Black Sea coastal region in 5 days. A 16-year-old girl, 2 women and a man were among those killed in the strike on a 2-floor building out on a mushroom farm where civilians lived and worked, officials said. Odessa region head Ole Kepa said that in just 2 days the Russian forces had killed 13 people after a grain ship was attacked in the port. Deputy Prime Minister Alexei Kuleba said Russia had carried out 60 such attacks in just 3 months, damaging or destroying almost 300 port facilities. He said 79 people had been killed or wounded and 22 civilian vessels hit. Odessa's regional chief said they believed Russia was attacking civilian ships now to harm Ukraine's economy and to scare the world with what it could do. France announced on Friday new curfew measures to quell civil unrest on its Caribbean island of Martinique, which has been hit by violent protests due to anger over rising living costs. The local French administration for Martinique said it was banning public gathering until October 14 and banning the purchase of products that could be used for arson attacks. It added that protests had disrupted flights to Martinique airport and that as a result of these, flights were being redirected to the neighboring French island of Guadeloupe. Since September 2024, there have been widespread protests and violent confrontation across the French Caribbean territory of Martinique. The unrest is caused by elevated cost of living and consequential bans on public protests placed by the central government of France in several municipalities. Still on the international scene, former United States President Barack Obama slammed Donald Trump as a divisive figure who does not care about Americans during a campaign rally for Democratic candidate Kamala Harris in the background state of Pennsylvania. Speaking in Pittsburgh, Obama said the United States does not need 4 more years of ex-President Trump in the White House. The event marked Obama's first experience in the campaign trail for Harris as the election race heats up less than a month before the November 5 vote. Recent polls shows Harris locked in a neck-and-neck fight with Trump to win the White House, with the outcome likely to come down to how the candidates fare in key swing states such as Pennsylvania, Michigan, Arizona and North Carolina. Obama hailed Harris on Thursday as a leader who has spent her life fighting on behalf of people who need a voice and has now served with distinction in every office she has held. A man in the United States has pleaded guilty to a federal hate crime against breaking into an Islamic student center at a university in the state of New Jersey. Jacob Beecher, 24, broke into the Center for Islamic Life at Rutgers University during the Eid al-Fitr holiday in April and damaged properties at the scene, including several religious artifacts, the U.S. Department of Justice said. Beecher also stole a Palestinian flag and a charity box at the center, the DOJ said. Beecher was arrested on April 22 and charged with 1 count of intentional and attempted obstruction to religious practice and 1 count of making false statements to federal authorities. Beecher faces a maximum punishment of 3 years in prison. Lastly, on the international scene, 40 new allegations from 40 different people that include sexual assault and rape against former Irad owner Mohammed Al-Fayed has been made to the Metropolitan Police. The new allegations cover a period between 1979 and 2013. Whilst there is no prospect of conviction against Al-Fayed, the Metropolitan Police said it continues to explore whether any other individuals could be pursued for any criminal offences. The force is continuing to appeal to anyone who has been a victim of Al-Fayed or has information relating to those who facilitated this offending. They suggest he used a broader range of abuse tactics and also targeted women employed outside his businesses. Several of the women interviewed alleged that they were recruited by Al-Fayed under false pretenses into the role on the billionaire's domestic staff and were then sexually exploited by him, including at his mansion in Oxted. And that's it from the international scene. Coming your way next, entertainment news.
Welcome to Entertainment News. My name is Rose Blossom. Here's a full report. Nollywood actress Biodun Okeowo appreciates her husband. Saila Diaz is known on social media as she bags a partnership deal with a real estate company. Into her Instagram page, she revealed that she has secured a partnership deal as their social brand manager. She expressed how excited she is that the brand found her worthy to represent their team across all social media platforms. Biodun credited her husband for making it possible as she appreciated him. Nollywood actress Peju Ogumola is celebrating her husband Sunday Omobolanle as he marks his 70th birthday. Taking to her page to share photos of the celebrant, she stated that over the years, she has sent him to do so many things to make life full of more smiles, love and laughter. She appreciated him for every wonderful memory that he had together and created together, especially his role in it all. She stated that he has constantly set the perfect example of what it is to be a man, a father and a husband. Describing him as her papi, she added that he is a true inspiration to the children and her. Taking to a comment section, many joined her in celebrating her husband. Miss Universe Nigeria Chidima Adeshina has penned an appreciation post to Nigerians as she bags an appointment with Enugu State government. The beauty queen via page revealed that she received the honor of being in the presence of the governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Ndubisi Mba, and upon her welcoming, she was appointed as the brand ambassador of Enugu State. Thanking Nigerians, she stated that she couldn't express her gratitude for all the great things she had achieved in the father's land. She appreciated Nigerians for picking her up when she was on her knees. Finally, on entertainment news, Nigerian actress Amarachi Igedimba has joyfully announced the birth of her second child, who arrived on the same day as her first child's birthday. The actress shared the news on social media, expressing excitement over the special timing. Amarachi revealed that while praying for her son to have a birthday mate, her water unexpectedly broke, leading to a quick hospital visit. She expressed her delight as her children sharing the same birthday, a wish she had long held. In a post, she reflected on her journey, thanking God for the blessings in her lives and the health of her family. Alongside the announcement, Amarachi shared beautiful photos from her pregnancy shoot, offering fans a glimpse into this special moment. And that'll be all on entertainment news. My name is Rose Blossom Mwe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.
Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with Thoughts on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV News. You can follow and interact with Thoughts on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate live updates and comment, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. And that is all we have for you. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Iribami Salako. Do have a great weekend.